Gauteng, still very much the epicenter of this third wave in the country, and it seems things are going to be getting worse by the day. We understand the peak of this, having spoke to health experts, the peak of this third wave is only going to be in the first week of July. Well, where are we? Gauteng Health Portfolio Committee chairperson, Phaladi-Digamela, speaking to us now here on eNCA to find out, chairperson, good morning to you. Are you unhappy? Are you happy? Are you angry about how it's being handled in Gauteng? Good morning.
Good morning, Gareth. Thank you for this opportunity. As a portfolio committee, we are disappointed by the behavior of our people in the province because they live life as normal without considering the implications of the infections that are being spread around. So in terms of our government, as a committee, we invite them to our meeting to interact with them so that we understand what is the level of preparedness to deal with coronavirus infections in our province. So the report that we have received, it made us happy because we were able to see that the province, the Department of Health is ready for the pandemic, particularly the third wave, because we are aware that as a province, we are having a lot of infections in our areas. But the disappointment is the behavior of our people.
Chairperson, help me understand, if I heard you correctly, and I may have lost audio, maybe my earpiece failed on me, I could have sworn I heard you say that you're happy with the preparedness of the Gauteng government to handle this COVID-19 third wave, and it's the behavior of people. I'm assuming you mean the public are not behaving. And there's two issues I'd like to pick up on there. So you did say that. Okay, I thought maybe it was my earpiece. So let's talk about the preparedness then of the Gauteng government. 17,000 infections in the last 24 hours, 11,000 in Gauteng alone. We have the co-chair of the COVID-19 Ministerial Advisory Committee, Professor Koleka Masana, saying the government has frankly failed, outright failed. We also have the intensive care head of medicine at Chris Hani Baragwana, Professor Rudo Matiba, calling what is happening a joke. And you're telling me, as the portfolio committee, you're happy with how government has done.
Yes, thank you very much for that question. When we invite the department, because as a portfolio committee, we are the overseer of what the government is doing. It's our role as a portfolio committee. We invite them and we ask them questions. Are you ready? So they will tell us about staffing, about the availability of the facilities that will be taking care of our people. You need to also remember we were more prepared than before last year because we created the field hospitals so that we are ready. We have since the government in Gauteng decommissioned the Nazareth Hospital to ensure it was decommissioned because it was not being used and they were spending money there.
Chairperson, and that's where I think I need to come in on this. How is it possible the government is prepared for the third wave? You just said that last year we had Nazareth, last year we had Charlotte Maxeke Hospital. Both of those are closed at the moment. If we knew we weren't out of COVID-19, there was a third wave coming, we had health experts telling us it was coming. We've still got 2 weeks left of the peak in this current third wave. Those two institutions are closed. Nazareth is closed. Charlotte is closed. How are we ready for this? There aren't beds. There aren't enough ambulances. There aren't enough doctors. There isn't enough oxygen. I don't understand how we are ready. This simply can't be ready.
Yeah, well, the point I'm raising is when we speak of Charlotte Maxeke, it was not closed because we didn't want it, the government did not want to use it to deal with COVID. It was an emergency. I was in the facility on Friday and they are already preparing the hospital to be opened. It can be opened anytime soon. But in terms of the behavior of our people...
No, we'll come to the behavior of people in a moment, Chairperson. I understand people are behaving badly. I've seen it myself. I've got friends who are behaving badly. We've got family members who aren't behaving well. I drive past the restaurants, the churches. I understand. I agree. I'm asking you, as the chairperson of the Portfolio Committee, you just told me Charlotte Maxeke Hospital is going to open soon. You've been there. When is soon? There's 1,000 beds there. that we could use? When is soon? Is it today? Is it tomorrow?
You need to remember that there are other processes that need to take place before the hospital.
What are the processes?
Remember, the fire was there and they're busy at least installing the correct fire extinguishers that will be dealing with issues as they arise. And the other thing, you need to be aware the government of Gauteng is ready with employing nurses through agencies to come and assist in terms of when there are problems. Like now, there is also an Ashanti hospital in Westland, which is ready with beds there to be used. And now you have seen that there were a few nurses who were brought into the government to assist. So that facility in Westland, Anglo Ashanti Hospital, it was not decommissioned. It is still ready. It can be used. You need to remember that as a committee, we rely on government, on the information they're giving us. If they tell us we are ready, we've got the Anglo Ashanti Hospital, which is ready for any information, for any problems that we are experiencing. We agree with them. We have since visited that hospital in Westland, and that hospital is ready.
Have you been there, Chairperson? So I understand, obviously, you're taking the information from government. When they say that XYZ hospital or field hospital is ready, does someone from the committee go there and view that? Surely you've got to verify what government is saying. Do you go there and go, yes, it's ready?
Yes, we've been to that hospital. We went to see it. We have seen the ICU beds that are ready and other general beds that are ready. So as a committee, we're not seated at home. We visit these facilities. Hence, I told you on Friday, I went to Charlotte Maxeke, especially oncology hospital can be opened anytime, which according to the report I got from the hospital will be the next Monday. So we're not seated at home and not visiting these facilities. We've been to Anglo Ashanti, we have seen it. There is installation of everything and the hospital is ready to be used anytime.
Imtiaz Suleiman from Gift of the Givers putting photos up the other day on social media, Chairperson. I'm sure you know Imtiaz Suleiman very, very well. He seems to be doing a better job than government. He was inside the hospital showing empty wards, empty rooms, empty operating theatres. It's one of the biggest hospitals in the province, arguably the country. That was just a few days ago. It's empty. I understand there was a fire. The wing of the hospital was damaged. It had to be declared safe and fire extinguished. I do understand. What is happening with the rest of the hospital? Why can't we relook at getting patients in there? We're not even in the peak of the third wave of COVID-19 yet, and there's still no plan to get people in.
Are you referring to Charlotte Maxeke Academic Hospital this time?
Yes.
Or are you talking about Anglo Ashanti?
No, I'm talking about Charlotte Maxeke. You've just told me that Anglo Ashanti is operating. We'll verify that. We'll go look for ourselves. Back to Charlotte Maxeke, the rest of the hospital is still operating. It's only the area that was damaged by the fire. How many people that have COVID-19 can we put in the hospital today to help save their lives?
Well, I wouldn't say you will put them today because you need to first bring in the staff that is scattered all over the province. You need to do the cleaning. But what I can tell you, the oncology ward, when I was there last week Friday, it will be open on Monday, this coming Monday. The other areas, this coming next Monday.
Can we talk about the unemployed doctors movement in South Africa quickly? I spoke to some of them last week. 288 doctors and interns are ready to assist. They're saying they're waiting to be pulled in. You've told me that there aren't enough resources in the country. Other people have told me there aren't enough resources. We have 288 unemployed doctors. So when you're sitting, Chairperson, with the government and they're telling you there are these problems, do you put a suggestion like unemployed doctors who are volunteering their time to help? Do you put that forward and go, guys, this could be a good idea, or do we just ignore it?
Well, there are people who are unemployed. They often communicate with us and we recommend to the department for appointing some. But remember, you don't just take a person, there are processes. Otherwise, the government will be blamed for nepotism. But our role as a committee is also to enhance the work of the department. When there is a need, we advise the department that look into your system, check where can you source people. But we're not going to say take so and so or so and so, but we ensure that the department does their work, because we are responsible to ensure that the people of Gauteng, they get services when they are needed. And those unemployed people, there is a pool where they can be sourced, because the department has that system where these unemployed people are registered.
Chairperson, they are registered, they are employable, they're qualified, they're doctors, they're waiting for someone to phone them to come and help fight with COVID-19. But I don't want to labour the point. I just want to make sure I did understand clearly before I say goodbye. So, Chairperson, before I say goodbye to you, you're saying on the record that the committee, the Portfolio Committee in Gauteng, believes the Gauteng government is doing a good job at handling the third wave.
Well, the government, as far as we get the report from them, they are doing a good job. My problem is the behavior of our population in Gauteng, because the behavior is out of line. I mean, people living as if there is no problem. I mean, you also confirmed here, when you go to a mall, people, they enter, there is no more social distancing. I mean, our non-pharmaceutical activities could have assisted a lot of us. If people were staying home, sanitizing, washing their hands, there is no social distance at all. If I leave my house now to a mall, people are having masks lower, they are not behaving. So that's where, for me, I think we are in this problem because of the behavior of our own people. I mean, in terms of vaccination, there are people who are moving from their own provinces to come to Gauteng to do vaccination because they say it's faster here. Hence, I'm saying the report that we received from our department shows that they were ready, they are busy doing a great job in terms of assisting our people. So I'm really worried about the behavior of our people because they are not doing well. Our nurses, they register even elderly people who don't have phones in their facilities.
Chairperson, I'm going to say thank you very much. Well, as long as government's telling you in Gauteng they're doing a good job, who are we and who are you to question what's actually happening with government? So, what a pleasure. Gauteng Health Portfolio Committee Chairperson Rebecca Phaladi-Digamela telling us that the Gauteng government is doing a good job at handling the third wave. It's everyone's bad behaviour. We're back in a moment.